Good day and welcome back to another World of Warcraft video. In this video we're going to take a look at what is going to be disappearing or becoming significantly harder to farm, basically with the release of the War Within. And so what you have pretty much only a couple days really to still get, but it's still possible. There is the weekend to go, so maybe it's time to hit a grind. So we'll start kind of with the mounts, but basically the Infinite Armadorion is going to go away. This amount is from the Dragonflight Keystone Master Season 4. Now obviously the rankings for Dragonflight Mythics have actually closed, but you can still complete the high enough tiers of Mythics to obtain the mount. So if you don't want to get it, don't worry about it, but it's still a good time to try. A lot of characters and players are really boosted with all the gear and things floating around, so now is your last chance and it's a good one. The other significant mount is the Voyaging Wildling mount. This one also comes from completing all of the Dragonflight raids on normal Awakened. This is again your last chance to do these raids. So they are currently Awakened. You will need an item level to obviously attempt them on a normal difficulty. So not Raid Finder, on normal, and this will go away because there will be no more Awakened raids. Then the final kind of content-based mount is going to be Anarelos Flames Guidance. Anarelos is earned, or is 2 of them drop from the mythic difficulty of the raid. Of course, when the expansion drops, this will reduce to 1%, so it makes it significantly harder to obtain the mount. The very last mount that you can obtain is Jiggleworth Senior, the Slimecap Mount. You can obtain it for 3 antique bronze bullions. Because bronze bullions will be disappearing, because you will no longer be able to earn them, you will have to obviously get them via the actual, well, you can't get them anymore, so the mount will also disappear. So aside from that, there isn't too much else really. There is a title that will disappear because the challenge for heroic raids will disappear. So heroic raiding, awakening the Dragonflight raids will disappear, and this essentially will go, and you will be stuck, unable to earn it, and thus the title that comes with it will also be gone. So that will also be unfair, well not unfair, but that will also be something you'll miss out on because Awakened raids will disappear. And then the very last one are the teleports. So Mythic Plus teleports basically will disappear once you have the beginning of the expansion, and then also the Fated Raid teleports earned from Mythic Awakening to Fated Raids will also be removed. So those will also be gone. Aside from that, that is pretty much everything that kind of disappears functionally. There are a couple other things basically that have already left with the pre-patch. So things like the gladiator mounts, etc. have already left. But yeah, that's really about it. Last but not least, just special mention to obviously the Radiant Echoes event, which obviously a lot of players are probably participating in, which of course does feature its own pets and mounts that players may want to purchase. And of course another further mention to the Miss Pandaria event, whereby players not only can get a ton of mounts with the bronze that they pick up during the course of the event, tons of mounts that aren't necessarily unavailable but are obviously difficult to get, and of course on top of that there are the Garrosh heirlooms that you can obtain, which actually are unavailable to get afterwards, and of course there is also the actual title that players can achieve as well, plus some transmog items. So definitely something to consider doing while you can, because it is very important. But that is that. That is everything that will disappear with the release of War Within. Some will release a little bit or disappear a little bit earlier, like there's only 4 days left for the WoW Remix event. But obviously you need to plan accordingly and try your best to get what you want. You don't have to grab everything. That's not how these things work, but grab what you can, because it obviously can be really worth it for you. So yeah, but that's it from me. Bye.